Hi, welcome. If your team tracks work in Notion and manages issues in Jira, this is the video for you. What I'm going to show you today is a live sync between Jira issues and Notion tasks. Status, comments, and fields flowing both ways. A free 30-day trial is available here if you want to follow along after. Let's get into it. After installing, go to Apps in Jira, find the Notion app integration by Getint, and then open it. Once you have done that, you will land on a page exactly like this. Here you will select Create Integration, Continue Sync, and then the apps that you will integrate with. We will start with the Jira side and then create new connection. From here, you can use the URL and the personal access token to create the Jira connection. For that, please read our documentation on the steps how to create the personal access token and the integration like this, or you can log in with that lesson. Let's choose this option, use the app on this URL, and then I will accept. Now notice that for the login with Atlassian, you will need a Getint license. Make sure that you have a valid license to do that. Then let's give this connection a name, then which URL we will be connecting with. Submit. Now we select the connection that we have just created. Let's connect with a project. Please note that you can see here sync with many projects. This option is not available with Notion yet. So if you select this one, Notion will not be among the apps that you can choose on the next step. So let's just leave it like this and go to Jira Notion project. Connect. Now let's go with the Notion side. Select Notion and then create a connection. From here, we'll need to go to Notion. Click on the three dots on the top right from the project or the space that you are connecting with. Select Connections and Manage Connections. Go to the Developer portal and then Connections. Create a new connection. Now, you will need to give command capabilities to your integration and then give access to the content. Choose the team space that you want to use with, save, and go back to the first one, also save. Now we will pick up and copy the access token. You can also see if you want to. And we are back to Getint. Paste the API token that you have just copied. Modify the name or leave it as it is. Then add. Now again, select the connection that you have just created and the database that you want to work with. This is mine, so let's connect. And from here, we will start setting up the field types, the work items. Now, I can either go manually and add task to task, or as I would prefer to do, is we use the quick build. The quick build will handle the default mapping for you. So let's click in here, build, and allow the tool to just map the work items for you. It will do task to task, as you can see, and already mapped a few of the fields that we have on both sides. From this page, I can play around with the directions on the fields like this, leaving it either for a both-way synchronization or just one way by selecting like this. I can remove or select further, set up further if necessary. Or I can just apply and also modify by selecting in here. And then again, I can play around with the directions. I can select if I want a field to be modified on create or on update just by selecting like this. And I can even check further the assignees or the priorities, right? So in this case, you will see that I have low to low, medium to medium, high to high. The tool did that for me. I can select the directions in here as well. But if I'm satisfied as I'm here, I can just go ahead and apply. From this page, you can also add more fields or remove the ones that you will not be using. This one works well for me. I don't want to overcomplicate for this demo, so we'll leave it like this. Now that I'm happy with how the fields are looking like, I will go to status. And as you can see, the tool already mapped to for me, done to done, in progress to in progress, but I'll go ahead and add also the to-do one with not started on the Notion side. I could, if I want to, map multiple into one and also modify the directions as well, as you could see in the fields. Let's just add this one. Now I have my status all mapped according to what I want. We can move on to the comments. Here you will see that we can also select both ways or just one way, either to Jira or only to Notion. You can filter based on your criteria on both sides, either exclude or allow comments to be synchronized based on this attribute. So author name, content, and when it was created. You can select the conditions and then add the values. And you can also modify if you want the original ID in the comment or the comment creation date, and also the link for these comments. I will keep it simple and leave everything as default and just apply. Now that we are happy with our setup, I can go ahead and create a name for it. But before creating the integration, I can also go there and filter the items that I want synchronized or not. So you have some all items filters, new items filters, and synced items filters, where you can select by field. So I can, for example, give it a label where the operator contains, and then, for example, use sync. So only the items that contain this label will then be synchronized to Notion. I can do the same on the Notion side, selecting a field, give it an operator and a value, and Getint will exclude everything that doesn't match this criteria. Now, I want to keep this demo simple, so I will not apply any filters, but you can check our documentation on how to use the filters, jQueries, and queries if available for the integration that you are doing. Now let's create. Let's go to the latest runs now and see what happened. Now you have a sync that happened with the ID, the integration name, the mode, how long it took, and the stats, along with the status. So the status means that everything is fine and it's working well. The stats for this case means that nothing was synchronized yet because nothing was either modified or created for the synchronization. Now let's go to our Jira and create a task. So let's test, give it a description, create. Now we go back to Getint and wait a few seconds. Here, you will see that the synchronization is happening every minute, so every 60 seconds, because I'm using the on-premise version. On our cloud version, the runs will happen every 180 seconds, meaning 3 minutes between the runs. So let's wait a little bit more, and here you already have the sync. If we click here in details, you will see also the ID, the item that started synchronization, as well as the item that was synced with. In this case, it was a creation integration because it was creating this item, and it took 12 seconds to synchronize. If you click on the item, you will see everything that was synchronized and everything that was included in the sync. Let's click on here in this URL that will take us to the item that was created. As you can see, you have now the title, um, and that is the new task that was not started. We can then modify the status and add a comment. Now let's go back to Getint. You already see another sync that happened. Let's see what happened. Here you will have the synchronization coming from Notion, the item that was synced with. And then if we click here, you also have the information about the item. Let's go to the URL, and now you have the change of status as well as the comment added in here. In the comments, as you can see, it will be added when this comment was created, what was the item that started this creation, and the comment ID. That's the foundation. So what else you can do? From here, you can go further, add some custom field mappings, comment direction configuration, add filters, jQuery filters on the Jira side for a more precise control. And if you need the same setup across multiple Jira projects, you can duplicate your integration so you will keep the same flow. The core setup, the working bidirectional sync between Jira and Notion, takes just a few minutes. The complexity is totally optional and you can play with that for your environment. That's it for today. If this was useful, like the video and drop any questions or comments below. Subscribe if you want to see more or enter in contact with our support team for a demo for your team or if you have any further questions. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.